Welcome to the Advancing Innovation in Adult Education podcast series, funded by the Office of Career, Technical, and Adult Education at the U.S. Department of Education. In this interview, Holly McCoy, Executive Director of the Literacy Services of Wisconsin, and Matt Waltz, Chief Operating Officer of the Wisconsin Regional Training Partnership, will be speaking with Stephen Maravete, a current student in the Multi-Craft Core Curriculum High School Equivalency Diploma, or MC3, HSED program. MC3 was recognized by Advancing Innovation as an innovative approach for adults to attain a secondary credential while developing career readiness skills, earning college credits, or obtaining an occupational certificate in a career pathway. The MC3 HSED program enables adult learners to concurrently earn Wisconsin's HSED and the industry-recognized MC3 pre-apprenticeship certificate. In addition, learners are prepared for employment or enrollment in a registered apprenticeship program in the building trades. Learners also receive wraparound services, including tutoring, career guidance, and job placement support.
So I'm Holly McCoy. I'm the Executive Director for Literacy Services of Wisconsin. So Stephen, why did you enroll in the MC3 HSED program, which is our Construction High School Equivalency Diploma program?
So the reason why I decided to join was, well, obviously I had dropped out of high school and my life took a turn for the worst, or what I thought was like the worst thing that could ever happen. And I didn't really know where to go. And since I had dropped out, and that's really when my life started to change, I thought I'd go back and just redo everything and then do it the right way. Luckily, my friend that's a plumber for MPS got me this opportunity and I took full advantage of it. And I thought it's kind of cool how I could learn to do the trades, which is something that is very forgotten about and very frowned upon, although it shouldn't be. It is. And I just really fell in love with talking to people and the way it is to interact with everybody, because everybody's really nice, friendly. And the fact that the most motivation, is just to learn, but then you also get paid while you're there. I don't know any other program that does that. And I think that's something really cool. And another thing is too, a lot of grownups don't go back to school because they have bills now. They have stuff to pay. So if you're going to school and getting paid, it's just that much more motivation to go to school. And I know that I use that as one of my motivations to go to this program.
Thanks, Stephen. So this is Matt Welts with WRTP Big Step. And so as a follow-up, so you said the plumbers or someone that's a plumber introduced you to the program. So what did you think the program was going to be when you first heard about it, and how is that different from what you realized the program actually entails?
Well, at first, I got in contact with my case manager. Her name is Tracy. I feel like a lot of people there, especially the ones that do go to school, actually care, as opposed to people that don't need their high school diploma and they're just doing it to learn or further on. They don't really care for the program. It's almost like what I expected. I get to learn stuff. I get to do the hands-on. I participate as much as I can. And although, like I said, some people that don't, I'm always there and I try to do my best to lead by example. I know the first day there, or the first couple of times there, I was really shy, really nervous. But then once I got the hang of it, I really matured, I guess, or stepped up and learned a lot and met my expectations and more.
So you've talked a lot about how you were referred by your friend who's a plumber, but what specifically interested you in the building trades?
What I was doing before, I was a roofer and I didn't really like that. And then I did cement and I did kind of like it, but I didn't want it to do a long-term thing. And my dad is in construction also. So I had many people in my life and my own experiences that were in construction. And I just thought and many people have told me trades is the way to go. A lot of people forget about that stuff and think that college is everything, but that's not always the case for everyone. And I felt for me, I don't really like school. I'm not a school person. I can't write, 17 papers in one semester. And that's just not who I am. And so for some people, that's easy. For people like me, or this is a great opportunity. Without a diploma, you don't really have anything. You can't really get into a union or anything like that. So I needed the diploma. And And like, as opposed, like a GED, like you could do that, but you know, like it doesn't weigh as much as a HSED because of the literacy stamp or whatever. I like the fact that I could learn in school and do construction also. It was just the hybridness of it is what I liked about it.
Who's helped you the most during this program? And then can you explain how they've helped you?
The most, I guess would have to be Charlotte, the instructor. I feel like everybody's helped me. I'm not trying to like say like nobody helps me, you know, like everybody's helped me in their own way. The most, and the reason why I feel like it's Charlotte is because if I have any question when I'm writing a paper, she asked me not to do it, but I called her one time. It was like 9 p.m. and she's like, oh, I was already getting ready for bed, but don't worry. Like, I got you. You know, I was like, I'm so sorry. And like, we were up for like 20, 30 minutes. So I knew that like that was some extra effort that she had to put in. And so I feel like that was something that I really cherished because, you know, she didn't have to do that. She could have just declined my call and just said whatever. I told him not to call me past a certain time and he did it anyway. So I'm just going to ignore it. And she didn't do that. She actually put the effort. And even in class, if I have a question or something and I need something for her, she'll tell the class to like do their own thing and she'll help me. Not in a way where they don't know what they're doing, but in a way like we're all independent. And if anybody has a question, she can be like, okay, hold on, let me answer him. Everybody's really helped me. Everybody's been lovely. Like everybody treats me with respect. They don't like degrade or nobody talks disrespectfully to anyone.
Yeah, that's really good to hear. So now that you're going to have this state-issued high school diploma and you're going to have a bunch of construction skills and certificates, what's changed? How do you look at yourself differently, and what does your future look like now versus what it looked like before enrolling in this program?
Before I joined the program, I was really like against going to college, really against doing anything with school. But once I started getting into the program and everything and the scholarships that come with it, I decided that going to college was actually a very like good thing. And so for the future, like I want to do financial and business courses so that I can learn to manage my money way better. And not only that, but teach other people to manage their money, because I feel like if you don't know how to manage your money, no matter how much money you make, it's not going to be enough. That's my plan, is to do that and get into the trades. So my friend has his own tree service and landscaping company, and he asked me to partner up with him this summer and see how it goes. As it is so far, it's been really good and very great for us. So I think I'm going to go to college, get financial degrees and all that stuff, and continue to pursue opening up my own business, because I feel like that's the best feeling, having your own thing. You don't have to be on anybody's time. You don't have to get the cut from someone else. You know, you get it for yourself, and I'm going to work for myself. And hopefully I get to change other people's lives. Well, like people that work for me, I get to change their lives for the better and teach them stuff that they maybe didn't think that was going to come with them learning from me. The thing that I would tell someone, especially if they're kind of undecided if they're going to go to it, is definitely look into it and do it, because this program has completely changed my life. And I've grown so much from the program that, like, I wish that I could do something now to say, like, thank you. And I know that once I am successful, once I do have stuff going, I want to donate either money, tools, or whatever I had to donate so that, other kids don't miss out on this opportunity.
Thank you so much for listening to the Advancing Innovation podcast series. Please visit Advancing Innovation on the LINCS website at lincs.ed.gov under State Resources and then Federal Initiatives.